What is going on, everybody? This is Major League Hats, and I can't take it anymore. This is freaking crazy. If you guys have not heard, Rudy Gobert of the Utah Jazz has been diagnosed with the coronavirus. And there was rumors or speculation that something might be going on major because the game between the Jazz was canceled right up at tip-off, and then it was just announced on ESPN that he did test positive for the coronavirus, and now the whole NBA season is going to be put into hiatus after tonight's game. Holy crap! I can't believe it. Hatter, what is going on, dude? Come and help me. I don't know what to think, guys, no more, because I keep saying, don't worry. This is just an overreaction. I don't know anymore. And as usual, I'm killing people off just like the coronavirus. I probably shouldn't even say that, but also the reception on the YouTube has not been very good lately. So, I need some help because this is ridiculous. You know, I've mentioned this in the past. You know, I turn to sports to kind of get away from my headaches and tribulations at home and stuff. And everywhere I turn, it is just ridiculous. I'm trying to see. I was watching the basketball game here, and I was trying to see if they're just going to quit playing this game as well. Wait, seriously, because, you know, I was just tuning through the channels and stuff. The Sharks said that they weren't going to be playing in front of crowds for the next 3 games. The Mariners aren't playing any home games in March. You got the Warriors not playing games. The Giants, the A's canceling their expedition, first game of the season. We got to talk about this. Okay, so Rudy Gobert tests positive. From what I understand, it could take about 5 days or so, or potentially up to 14 days for somebody to show symptoms about the coronavirus. Just imagine within those 14 days, where the hell is Hatter when you need him? Or anybody, I don't care who. How many players did he have in contact with? You got to imagine that the whole, not just a couple people, the whole Utah Jazz team has been exposed to it because of Rudy Gobert, and nothing against him or anything. That, you know, sucks for him, of course. I'm just saying the whole team has to be quarantined for about 2 weeks to a month. You gotta. Can I get some real conversation in the chat? I got Conrad Connoisseur just going, wait, seriously? So it's like, wow. I need some help, guys, because this is ridiculous. What is next? Like, on top of Rudy Gobert coming into contact with all the players on all the different teams, how many fans did he have interactions with over potentially the last 14 days? We're talking hundreds of thousands of people. It's maddening. I know. I'm lost for words right now, Conrail. I don't know what to do because they say right now, you know, baseball season isn't threatened. But we just saw one of the 4 major sports, you know, basketball, baseball, football, hockey, cancel, or they're going to go on they say hiatus, okay? Whatever the hell hiatus means in a sense, because with the coronavirus, you know it's going to potentially take at least another month. They're already canceling events in my area up until somewhere in the beginning of April, and it could go on longer than that. What does a hiatus mean? Like, if they go too long without playing basketball, they're not even going to be able to come back and compete. And then on top of that, a major soccer player has tested positive for the coronavirus as well. And he was considered one of the main top soccer players in the soccer league. I have his name right here. If you just give me a minute, his name is Daniel Rugani. He was a Juventus defender. He tested positive for the coronavirus as well. So the idea of playing games like in, you know, crowdless stadiums, now they're not going to play games. And then the Ivy League schools have canceled their games for their spring games for all leagues, not just basketball or football. But we going crazy. What a crap sandwich. I mean, it's serious, but nothing the flu and other diseases don't bring. Take common protocol and things will be fine. Conrad Connoisseur. That is kind of what I've been saying this whole time. is that this is getting too much publicity. Now, my conspiracy theory for the day, you guys, and you guys can dislike this theory, is this a thing that Trump made up so that he can come in and be the big guy and say he cured the coronavirus so he can win re-election? He's going to run his re-election campaign on solving the coronavirus epidemic. Is he? I don't know. That's my conspiracy theory for the day. But I keep saying, don't overreact, don't overreact. And when you got organizations like the NBA canceling or putting the whole thing on a hiatus, that has me worried a little bit. That really does. And then the Mariners, they're not going to play. And, of course, my buddy Hatter said that such bullshit. Yes, it is. That Trump's 2020, that's a bunch of BS. The Mariners are supposedly in the most exposed area where the coronavirus is. And I don't know if that's true because I actually saw one article that in New York, they traced 50 cases of coronavirus back to an attorney. What's up? How you doing, Manny Luna? Just so you know, Manny, I got to take that comment off because we don't use real names on the podcast. We only use the YouTube name. So just so you know, Manny Luna, if your user handle is Manny Luna, we call you by Manny Luna. Since my YouTube name is not, Sergio, I don't on here, just call me Major League Hats. Okay. It's just the way we do it. It's just a rule that I have. Okay. And that goes back to a long time ago. But I am freaking going nuts. I don't know what to think. What is your guys? My bad. Don't worry, Manny. It's okay, bud. Don't worry. I know, from what I understand, you're kind of new to the channel, so you probably haven't heard that. So I'm just kind of mind blown about, like, what can we do as fans? See, they made up coronavirus, take away that. Dude, conspiracy theory number 2 coming from Conrail. I love that theory, coming up with the coronavirus to help out the Astros because now nobody is talking about the Astros. Very good point. And have we heard anything about the Red Sox cheating scandal because of all this? No. Holy crud. I actually have 21 people watching me. That is crazy. What's up? I'm from Philippines. What's up, real thing? How you doing? March Madness might be canceled. Yeah, Sean D. Man, I didn't think it would be, but with Rudy Gobert coming up positive and the NBA going on hiatus, there's a very likely possibility it could be canceled because, like, how are they going to be doing the format? And then on top of it, oh my God, I don't know what to think, guys. I really don't know what to think. Like I've always told you guys, come to my channel. We can get away from the day's events. But when you start hitting the sports world and what we like here, it is kind of hard to ignore everything that is going on. Just keep safe, everyone. You too, bro. Thank you. We proper here. And this is why I say I feel like the conspiracist to me, and I'm not a big conspiracy guy, is that this was potentially done for a reason. And with all the BS going on in the political world, I'm just saying. So anyways, guys, are you guys? Oh, we haven't even talked about the XFL because nobody's really watching that. But, with the XFL playing in Seattle, they moved their games out of Seattle too. So it's like, what's going to happen? I feel like this could mean potentially for the next few months, and this may sound crazy, but this could mean that all sports will be canceled for the next couple months. Is that crazy to think or what? Let's see. Yeah, it's a mess. And then I made a joke, and it's kind of partially true in a sense. And yes, I know I'm not a doctor, and yes, I think I know a little bit about it in a sense. But should I stop buying hats? Because if you think about it, for example, my Jackie Robinson hat, it comes from China. Nothing against China, but what I'm saying is that the hat is manufactured and handled by an area that has been very infected in the coronavirus. Okay, so should I worry when I receive my hat? Obviously, the way I feel is that I don't believe that the virus or the cells of the coronavirus could live on in the fabrics as it's traveling through the transportation, ports and whatnot. But doesn't that have to make you a little concerned that if, somebody's like sweating or something or working hard and they get their droplets on your item, it's like, should I worry? Am I going crazy or am I overreacting now? It's just, with basketball canceling, I don't know. Let's see here. All natural games will be canceled for a year. I kind of think that it is true. All my hats are American made. Manny Luna, that's good. Let's see. Short Super short print card breaks. There is a new virus every year, but this one's just a little concerning because normally in the past when we have like the H1N1, the swine flu virus, we have the Ebola, influenza, and all those kind of stuff, or just a really bad, pneumonia season. It kind of comes and goes per se. And yes, we start taking precautions and stuff like that, but we're not talking about major sports events getting canceled. And I think that is where the huge difference is in this aspect. And this is why it's really bothering me, is that I'm trying not to overreact like a lot of people that I keep saying that to. And I know a lot of people are, but when you start canceling events, that is when the shit gets serious. I was hearing today that tickets to go to Hawaii are very cheap. Not that you could probably do anything. And then gas prices, at least in my area, have dropped down 15 cents in the last 2 days. And the fact that it's also hitting the stock markets, I've lost about $3,000 worth of stocks value in the last like week and a half to 2 weeks. And this is why I'm saying like super short print, you got to take this one a little bit more serious and not with the grain of salt that we would normally take a new virus or a new epidemic with, because this one is having serious consequences on the overall economy and the overall sports world. So in my case, with the economy, in a sense, we talking the sports world, which is what I do my YouTube stuff off and hats and my travels. Like I won't even be able to go to baseball games, just like a lot of you guys, because who was getting excited for baseball season, because they're not going to have no baseball games. So this is crazy. Let's see here. It's all I guess you meant political. SSP, what's up, bud? How you doing? I am the same way, but my GF is all serious. This is ridiculous. 12,000 people have died from the flu this season, and they don't do anything about it. Remember the H1N1 virus? Yes, at Mason Mullins, media bias. They just really canceled the season for NBA. Yes, they did. It's not canceled. It's on a hiatus. So as I mentioned earlier, I'm not 100% sure what exactly a hiatus means, because we're talking, okay, can somebody tell me the last 5 teams that the Jazz have played against where Rudy Gobert was at the games? We potentially, they usually play back-to-back. If the symptoms are to be diagnosed with the coronavirus takes anywhere from 2 weeks to, a week, we're looking at 7 to 10 games. We're looking at potentially 5 to 8 teams. And the reason I say 5 to 8 is because sometimes the teams play back against each other, at a home and away game. And, so you may not be playing 7 different teams. But if those 7 different teams were infected by Rudy Gobert, or they were exposed to Rudy Gobert, those players that he played against, they went off and played. You see the problem here? It's like when the AIDS epidemic started, back in it started, I think, around the 60s to 70s, but it really got, big out there in the 80s and late 80s, 90s. And in 18,000 cases from the last time I checked, people infected. But they've only had about 4,000 deaths. I say only 4,000, and not to, diminish the numbers or anything, but 4,000 is only like 4% of the total people that have been diagnosed with the coronavirus. Let's see. How are they going to take back-to-back from my Raptors like that? Jazz and Raptors played recently. Oh, shit. That means all the Raptor players could potentially quarantine. That's crazy. Who cares? Basketball sucks. Tammy Samard. A lot of people care about basketball, so, can't say that. So not to change the subject, but how often do you stream? I'll tell you that, Tammy, you swallow. Let's see here. What's your point? This is the league when you break a toenail and you're out for 2 months. Manny Luna, I usually only stream about twice a week. I usually do it on Thursday at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, and then I do a Saturday evening podcast at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But I felt like, and then I've been trying to do a couple more live hat reviews recently to, for fun. So I normally only on average do about 2 live streams a month. It's just when you got something big like this and it's affecting the NBA and they canceled basketball for who knows how long, I felt like that was a reason to go live and to talk about it, to kind of get your guys' thoughts on what you guys think about it. Are we still overreacting? You have a 2-inch. Okay, Tammy, cool. That's very cool of you. Do you buy hats often and or sell them? Manny, I do buy hats often, unfortunately. If you check out my collection video, I have over 800 hats in my collection. I've been collecting hard. That's what Tammy said, for the last about 6-7 years. And then, but overall, I've been a hat collector my whole life. So yes. See here, I typically don't sell many hats. If I do sell hats, I'll usually post a picture on my Instagram. If I find a hat that I think that somebody else might like, or I try to kind of, as a hat collector, I try to keep an eye out for hats that I know people might be looking for, or that have been hard to try to get. And so I try to post those hats on my Instagram. If I see them, if they're not in my size and I see them, I'll post them on my Instagram. So I occasionally do sell hats, but I don't really sell that many. Let's see here. What the heck, Cats? 2 live streams in a day? Yeah, well, you can blame basketball getting canceled for the second one. What's up, bro? Hey, Easy Go Baseball. How you doing? Unfortunately, no, there is not. Unfortunately, it's a great hobby. Am I in heaven? Well, let's see here. Always has me covered. I know a lot of you guys aren't basketball fans, and that's fine. But I'm a baseball fan as well. And wow, Sean Souza, wow. I'm a baseball fan, and this is hitting baseball because baseball season, as you guys know, is about to start. We are looking at about 2 more weeks, roughly, give or take, to baseball starting, and we're already moving games out of Seattle. The A's Giants have been canceled. They say maybe move it to Arizona. What is next? What about the Angels? What about the Dodgers? What about the Padres? Are you serious? Come on. What about the teams in New York? We got the Mets. We got the Yankees. Are they potentially going to be affected? Because New York has been a very populated area with the coronavirus, from what I understand. Also, my buddies in Chicago, like Hatter, he says it's like 10 minutes away. Are we talking about the Chicago White Sox? We start talking about the Chicago Cubs. What is going to happen here? The only safe place seems to be Antarctica. If you guys have not heard, Antarctica seems like a very safe place because apparently it's too damn cold over there for the virus to survive. I just started collecting my collection. It's only around 30 hats. The NBA season canceled. MTS, as I said a little bit earlier, it's not canceled per se. They're on a hiatus because of Rudy Gobert being confirmed to have the coronavirus. They canceled tonight's Jazz game right at the tip-off, and they didn't say why. And there you go. So yes, sorry, I was working in live and live with rock people. That's okay, MTS. That's why I have the rock people news for you, bud. Just cancel their season and let the Giants win this year. It's 2020. That is true, actually. And demote the Astros to the minors to punish them. Well, actually, they're going to need maybe a couple minor league teams by next season anyways, after the 2020 season, if they go ahead and disband all the minor league teams that they're talking about disbanding. The Astros might have to move down a little bit to compensate with that, but then again, who knows? Patrick, there's a video of Gobert rubbing his hands all over the mics after. Oh no! Are you serious? And I've always been kind of a germaphobe, anyways, you guys. From my days of working in fast food, I literally, guys. I average washing my hands about 15, 20 times a day. Now I don't feel so bad about it, but you gotta, holy crap. So anyways, guys, I don't know. What is your guys' consensus? Are you guys disappointed that the NBA season is going to be on a hiatus? Were you guys looking forward to the NCAA tournament? And what do you guys think about my spiel about Major League Baseball and all the teams that potentially could be affected by the coronavirus? The Giants and the Mariners are getting hit. Who do you guys potentially think is next? Like I mentioned, Southern California teams could be affected. The New York teams, the Chicago teams. I don't know how many areas in the Florida or the Texas regions are, or even the Midwest, because they have a whole bunch of Midwest teams, St. Louis, Kansas City, and so on. That means the Ball brothers have the virus since they were in China. That's messed up. The rugby games here are going to be played with no crowds. Crazy. all I got to say is that I enjoyed the 2 live streams today. Thank you, Manny. I try to lighten up the mood a little bit, but I'm trying to have you guys help me kind of be a little bit calm because, man, I don't know about you guys. I'm really disappointed because I keep telling you guys, don't worry. It's going to be fine. This is nothing big. And man, so anyways, guys, I just wanted to share my 4 cents on here today. Show us your hats. Today is not a typical hat day, Manny Luna, so you'll have to tune into tomorrow. Plus, I did a hat review earlier in the day, so I will have more hats tomorrow in our normal podcast, Manny. So if you want to tune in for the podcast, I will show a couple of hats there as well. Otherwise than that, usually the hat shows, I usually show 2 or 3 on Thursday, and I usually show 2 or 3 on Saturday. So I know, I was just kidding. I know, but just in case if anybody's new to the channel and they were interested in the hats, today's hat, of course, was the circle faded hat that I picked up at my job where I work at Lids. And I picked this one up for the Angels. It was the exact same design as the Boston Red Sox, but this one was just released this past week. So I thought I would pick it up, do a quick review on it this morning, have a little fun with you guys, kind of take everybody's mind away from everything going on. It's just, I can't get away from this dang coronavirus. I watch sports, as I mentioned this, as a relaxer for myself because I have so much shit going on. And I know a lot of you guys have a lot of shit going on as well. And now that it's hitting sports in the mainstream way that it is, it's getting bad. So hopefully all we can do, I love the Giants. One you sent me on IG is dope. Hats, thanks for the update. Appreciate it, bro. Hopefully you can stop by tomorrow. Thank you very much, MTS. So you guys, I will see everybody tomorrow. I just wanted to kind of spill a little bit, get your guys' thoughts. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Major League Hats out. Rest in peace, NBA. We'll see you next season. Bye.